Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures, 80,000 it holds.
And as you can see, we've already started here.
Timber. Oh, that is a nice touch.
That'll be a throw-in.
And it's Subimendi. And here's Eze. Aims beyond the defence.
And the counter is on.
Pass somewhat off target.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too. Keep watching him.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Nicely weighted ball. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Conte. He's a sharp little ball here.
Gabriel gets across to intercept that. It's just beyond his reach. And it's Camavinga.
And he's had a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Oh, important interception.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Subimendi.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals.
And it's Subimendi. Arsenal applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but, of course, the returns can be terrific. Subimendi. Now, can they get him away?
Delivers with whip. Punched away.
And that should get the job done. Merino, good take, and is he in? Mbappe. Now it's Thuram. And it's Conte. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Mbappe. Can he get it through? Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. Eze. Timber. Eze. Havertz. It's not an especially good pass, that. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Eze. Oh, that's fabulous. There's the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Saka. And here's Marino. Passes short and sharp. Some really good ball movement. Upamecano. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, a delicate chip through. Marino. Saka in acres of space out wide. Up he goes! Oh, crossbar! Camavinga getting this one clear.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Look at the space here. Havertz gets flagged offside. And he's forced to go back into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Timber. Kante wins the duel this time. And it's Camavinga. Oh, nicely intercepted. Marino. Knocks it into space. Dembele, he looks to get on the end of this. Taken back almost at once. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Kante. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Eze. Havertz! What a wonderful goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives...
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
That gets things going for the second half.
France really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Rice. Marino. Opts for safety. Chooses to go cross-field. And it's Rice. And here's Marino. Can he get on the end of this? Shot at goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Eze, probing pass.
Decent attempt that, just a little mistimed.
Camavinga. Here's Tchouaméni. Dembele. He is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Eze. He's looking wide. Shot could be on. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's played it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Lovely feet. No way through, so back it comes. Thuram proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now that's well seen too. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Couldn't squeeze it through. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Dembele. Pass is coming up. Decent chance! And he's heaved it away. Now that looks a decent ball. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6.
Merino.
8. Lasciano il campo per il numero 14. Il numero 24.
Oh, that's a key interception. Defending was strong and firm. Looking to play him in. Can he finish? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's there to clear it. Opts to play it back. France still have the cards to affect this game. Looking for options for movement. Doué's cross.
Well played and well
He's
cleared.
going for goal! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hernandez could try cutting inside here.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 10.
Number 3 coming up.
Numero 4. Lasciano il campo per il numero 12. Il numero 15. Cambio di giocatori.
Cleared without hesitation.
Oh, well played. And that has been clubbed away.
And they've got a throw.
Ball is over the line. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area.
And it's White.
Looking here to chip it through. Corner given.
Finds himself unceremoniously floored.
Rabiot gets it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Into the last 5 minutes.
Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He's had it taken off him. Ødegaard, and the shot! Early ball out from the back. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Do it.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Calafiori. Threads one in. Calafiori picks it up now. Cleared away. And that will be the final act. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy, or indeed anywhere.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Good ball, good take. Saka. And it's Marino.
Good read, needed to be.
Marino. Marino!
That's really well manoeuvred. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I really like the look of Marino here, Peter, because he's such an effective shield in front of the defence, and his main role will be to quash any threats from midfield. He'll then be looking to quickly get his team on the front foot, picking out those killer passes, which leads to so many chances.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Timber. Hernandez kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Mbappe goes for a shot! And that has been cleared. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game.
Looking to play him in. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Havertz. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Koundé.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That has been cut short. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Threads one in.
Tries a shot! Top class from Thuram! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh no, this does not look good.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Zubimendi cuts it out. Timber. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Havertz.
Lovely bit of skill.
Thuram. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chips it through. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That's a lovely, neat pass. Arsenal finding their passes.
He's in space and looking for options.
And that interception was
most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
France are looking to break at pace. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Passes coming off in quick succession here. France looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Rice. Eze.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. He's being urged to shoot. That's good play. Looking to go deep. And that was very necessary. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Mbappe! That's very neat. That is good strength. This possibly the last play of the half. Oh, that's a brilliant save! Looking for the run. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
France go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
France definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
And here's Havertz. Tries to pass it through. Dembele. And this is Kante. And it's Koundé. Ball played for Conte. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Saliba. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's found support out wide. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Keeper has taken decisive action. So, third corner of the game. And a chance! And that's been drilled in. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Knocks it into space. Eze. Still just a single goal between the sides. Eze. Merino. Nicely weighted ball.
Arsenal really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Merino. And it's Eze. Aims beyond the defence. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
And he's straight offside. Tries to play it through. Can he get it through? It's a good-looking delivery.
Well played and well cleared. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Dembele looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Mbappe! Shot a goal! That is decidedly lacking.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Numero 14. Attenzione, un cambio.
France still have the cards to affect this game. Saliba. It's Saka. Mosquera. Goes looking wide. Conte. Oh, it's Dembele. He has found the way through. Crosses it. Oh, smashing header! Goal, France! And they're back in front. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
France get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Now, can they get him away? No way through, so back it comes.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Thuram. Rabiot looking for options for movement. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Lasciano il campo per
Saliba
il numero 12
and
il
Mosquera.
numero 26. Cambio di
France
giocatori.
have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Havertz, good purposeful running this, and it's made its way to him. Shifted it to the flank. Looking tidy in possession here. Over to the left. Saka gets into a good position. Terrific header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Hernandez. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now this could be a chance.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
He's a sharp little ball here, and he's picked it up out wide. And he's gone backward here. And the shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Fofana. Deep into stoppage time. Ups for safety. Nicely shaped ball. Saka promptly onto that, and that is that. And time is up. France proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way, and they are clearly so happy to have won it. Dembele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Pass is just off target. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I think Mikel Merino is going to have a busy game in the middle of the park, Peter. He's a real footballer and not necessarily a midfield minder, but he can go box to box and be the team's most prolific passer. He really is an all-action player.
Oh, shooting chance! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rice. And it's Merino. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Timber. Nicely weighted ball. It's a mighty effort! Really well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Hernandez. Now he's got space here. That has ended up in no man's land. Chouameni. And here's Mbappe. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Havertz. Oh, this is a great position. There's no flag, and the shot! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent.
Mbappe! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. So all square, and not for the first time.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Zubimendi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great vision. That's a good ball. And he welcomes it in. And he's only too happy to take that back. And he's there to belt it away. Hernandez. And here's Camavinga.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Oh, good ball!
Chance! It's in!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And yes, it's him again. So we have a break. Goes for a shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Timber.
Some good work on the right flank here.
And it's
Ci
Erdegaard.
saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And it's Rice. Looking for options for movement. Aimed beyond the defence.
Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. They've played it short. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. Lovely feet. And there's the end of the first half. France come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
France hold a skinny lead after a thrilling half. Bring on the second half. It's 3-2.
We're already back up and running after half-time.
Oh, there's a probing ball. He's picked his way through. And he's gone back. Shot a goal! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Now the cross. Defending of the desperate variety. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. He is through here.
Zubimendi. The ball has bounced loose now.
Played out to the left flank.
Mikel Merino.
Who does have an assist to his name. And here's Havertz. Steaming on goal. Great chance! In for the pieces! Goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Mikel Merino
Picks it up out wide. It's a pretty loose pass. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Saka.
The ball is loose and the chase is on.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now that looks a decent ball. Dembele under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Merino. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Saliba concedes a free kick for that. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 25.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 5. Numero 9. Lasciano il campo per il numero 26.
And he can clear it away.
Il numero 24. Il numero 21.
France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Zubimendi. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Camavinga. Saka spots it and intercepts. Upamecano running with the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping, and another try! Goal, France! And they've got their lead back. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Corner number 2 then. Raya claims comfortably.
France surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
White is fouled. Into the last 5 minutes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And it's Ødegaard. France close now to seeing this one through to the end. Plays a sharp little ball here. Arsenal with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock.
Sostituzione per la Francia.
Desperate defending required here.
Numero 14, cambio di giocatori.
Rice plays it short.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
And that could set him on his way. He has found the way through. Now it's Kolomouani. Odegaard. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And that's going to be a booking. Odegaard. The final seconds now. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And time is up. France have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Dembele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy, or indeed anywhere. And as you can see, we've already started here. It's a pretty loose pass. Mbappe chasing after it. And now the breakaway. Thuram. Oh, he's burst through. Thuram! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Marino. And here's Havertz. White. That's a cute ball. And it's made its way to him. Saliba gets across to intercept that. Picked out brilliantly. Havertz, there's the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now he's off and running.
France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Threads one in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Chouameni. That's an imaginative pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Zubimendi. Havertz. And it's Eze. Havertz. Havertz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that's a dangerous chance, surely! They've done it! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Conte. Now it's Mbappe. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Camavinga, he has found the way through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mbappe. Great ball, and he's in here. That's a decent clearance. Merino. To Havertz. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, good take in a good area.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Merino. Rice. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And they're back in front. So smooth. A signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Knocks it into space. Camavinga providing an outlet on that flank. Saliba clears it away. And here's Mbappe. Shot! And again! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And here's Mbappe. Hernandez. Thuram. This looks promising. Passing nice and neat. And it's Tchouaméni. Rice gets a foot in here. Merino.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Merino. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Here we go again then.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, can he get onto this? Now it's Mbappe. Dembele receives it in a good position here. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Eze. Muscular approach does pay off here. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Now it's Merino. Camavinga has created one goal already. Mikel Merino does well to get it back. And they're back on the ball again. And that could set him on his way. That's the keeper's ball. Saliba. Rice. Saliba.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953 spettatori.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Now it's Havertz. Saka could try cutting inside here. Oh, good ball! Takes a shot! And he hits the net! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Arsenal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Havertz. Played out to the right.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Hernandez.
Defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He is through here! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, no joy this time. Gabriel kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
Tries to play it through.
Now it's Eze.
He's played it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Looking for options for movement. Camavinga. And it's Camavinga. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
And no, that was never going to make it. Back to the keeper it goes.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Decent progress down the left.
Well, played right into his path.
What a throw in.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6, numero 25, numero 10, numero 15,
Hernandez.
numero 8. Lasciano il campo.
It'll be a throw-in.
Il numero 14, il numero 26, il numero 24, il numero 4, il numero 19. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Calafiori. For Merino. Calafiori.
Rice. A heavy challenge.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Merino, looking to play him in. Havertz. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And it's Hernandez. And that's been intercepted.
And that will be it. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
France desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the shot! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Dembele demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
And it's Timber. And here's Havertz. He won't be happy with that one. Tries to pass it through. Chance! Oh, taken with style. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Knocks it into space. Dembele. Gabriel deals with that comfortably. Zubimendi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Havertz. Quarter of an hour played. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And the through ball. Dembele. And that's played in low.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Not the most accurate pass. Camavinga. Can he finish? Good try, very good try in fact.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Timber. Now Saliba. Timber. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Camavinga. No, that's been intercepted. Ødegaard. Merino. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Just eases him off the ball. Merino. Well, that is one way to stop him. That ball looks a good one. And it's made its way to him. Ødegaard really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Saka. Merino.
And it's Rice. Passing nice and neat. Havertz! Well read, and the danger is averted. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Camavinga. And he's on a charge. He's in space and looking for options. He gets big! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Rice. Ødegaard. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Can he get it through? Oh, good take in a good area. And he shoots! Big moment! Massive goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Zubimendi. Ødegaard. Konate makes the interception. Konate has got himself a free kick. Now it's Mbappe. Conte. Now, can they... He's had a shot! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Well, that has changed the dynamic. And the referee brings the first half to a close.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Now it's Marino. Nice control. Plenty to aim at here. That is a brilliant interception. Conte. And it's Koundé. Hernandez. Camavinga. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it tries a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Hernandez. Camavinga. Konate. It's Camavinga. That could spell trouble. And it's Koundé. Looking to play him in. Now it's Kante. Gabriel. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And it's Ødegaard. Looking for options for move. Real chance! And that has been clubbed away.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi
Dembele
è di
under intense pressure.
80.607
Yeah,
spettatori.
they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Saliba, and the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Saliba, Gabriel. Now it's Marino. And he's been shifted off it. Pass somewhat off target. Rice. Marino. Conte. Mbappe, who's set up one goal so far. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Ødegaard. Chouameni producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Koundé, now he's off and running. Saliba cuts out the pass. And that has left him in a heap.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the ball is out of play. Rice. It's Saka. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's a key interception. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Kante. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Threads one in. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. That has been knocked clear. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero
All he
10.
needs to do is to place
Numero
this
6.
between the goalposts
Numero
and
25.
basically let them attack it.
Numero 8. Lasciano il campo per il numero 24, il numero 14, il numero
And it's
19,
hoisted
il
clear.
numero 26. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And the shot's on here. Gendouzi receives it in a good position here. No way through. Maignan. Hernandez. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Well timed, excellent interception. Eze. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Spread out to the left. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. France present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Now, power or placement? And that's one back! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Rice.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Koundé. And the pass is intercepted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Strokes it. That's that, the end. France pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Dembele reflecting on a stellar performance, and now taking home a permanent reminder. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy, or indeed anywhere. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Haaland, and it's Bernardo Silva. Threads one in. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And now the breakaway. Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! What a wonderful goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game. The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Driven forward. Oh, can he get onto this? France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
Played with finesse. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And the shot! Tried the volley, but no.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
France leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Bernardo Silva. Looking to play him in. Shoots! Really well taken goal. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Vardiol. Thuram. Now it's Haaland. Reinders. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's made its way to him. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Haaland. That's an imaginative pass. And that has been cleared. And it's Reinders. Can he get it through? Good ball, good big chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Vardiol. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And the pass is intercepted. Reinders. Oh, shooting chance! No mistake! And the comeback is complete! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Great vision. Pass somewhat off target. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Rodri. Now it's Haaland.
Marmoush really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Lewis. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And he's gone backward here. And the shot! And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
It's their second corner of the game.
Il quarto uomo indica
That
2
should get
minuti
the
di
job
recupero.
done. Kante takes control of it and he's on the move. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he welcomes it in. And the finish! It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal coup. And the half-time whistle goes.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 25. Lascia il
And
campo
we're
per
underway
il
again.
numero 14.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Kovacic receives it in a good... Oh, he's been caught on it here! It's Kovacic! That was superb goalkeeping!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. Reinders plays it short. And here's Reinders. Chance, surely! Camavinga, he's through here. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Now, can they get him away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Thuram. Lobbed in behind, and he's intervened well there. And he was quick to react.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
There's the shot! And it's in! Right back in the game! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Dembele under intense pressure. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6.
France have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Tries to play it through. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Bernardo Silva is flagged offside. Hernandez.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again. I think Rabiot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And again!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They've won a corner.
Sostituzione per la Francia.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Numero 15, cambio di giocatori.
And this is Rabiot. Reinders on 2 now and looking for 3. Well, that's been cut out, well played. France will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Foden. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, that's clever. Foden picks it up out wide.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 8.
The changes then in quick succession. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And he's picked it up out wide. Hernandez crosses. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vardiol proves just a little bit too strong. The final 5 minutes. Rodri. Looking for options for movement.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now, goal! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
2 up and very little time left. Thuram! Decent chance, made possible by a very decent ball.
Oh, that really should have found the net. The service was faultless, and I'm going to leave it there.
Corner number 2 then. Mbappe, who's short. Cherki. There's a sharp little ball here. Great chance! It's a goal! Deep into injury time! He made it happen. And we're done. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
France absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.